Hello and welcome on the mat. My name's Abby and today we're going to be doing a lovely, relatively gentle practice, particularly focused on the shoulders and the back and helping you to release any tension there, maybe reduce some of the discomfort or any of the symptoms that you're experiencing at the moment, particularly if you are living with chronic pain. And so this practice is accessible to all, and it is really a practice that would be great for somebody that also spends a lot of time sitting, maybe at their desk or in a chair. So really, before we begin, my only sort of invitation to you today is really to listen to your body. If at any point in the practice you feel any pain or discomfort, please do ease off the pose. Maybe try another variation, or just find stillness or come to whatever posture your body is calling for in that moment. So everything today is really an invitation, a suggestion. It's not an order, so please do listen to your body. So today we'll start off with a bit of a grounding to allow ourselves to really arrive on the mat. We will then, in a seated position, do a number of stretches to help us open up the joints and create more space. We will then slowly, mindfully come down to the back to do some lovely stretches and lovely, more restorative poses to really sort of support us in our healing. In terms of what you will need, I've popped everything below, but I'd encourage you to have all the props that you want. You can even practice this in bed. You're very, very welcome if that's where you feel most comfortable. But if not, maybe have your mat or a towel if you don't have a mat, a block or maybe a big book, a strap or maybe a scarf. And then I'd encourage you to have all the pillows or the cushions that you would like. Okay, well, I think we can get started. So maybe finding a seat that's a bit more comfortable than the one you found when you first arrived. You're also very welcome to come to lying down either on your back or on your side. So wherever you are, elongating the spine here, rolling the shoulders back, maybe bringing the palms of the hands to the side of the body or maybe to the knees. Taking between 3 and 5 deep conscious breaths here. Just allowing yourself to arrive. Maybe just taking a moment here to observe the breath. What's the flow like? Do you sense any pauses in the breath? Where do you feel the breath most present in the body right now? It might be in the chest or in the stomach, maybe in the throat area. Wherever it is, just observing it without judgment. You're welcome to close down the eyes if it feels safe, or have a soft and gentle gaze here. Just taking the time here to tune in with yourself, maybe giving yourself some gratitude for arriving on the mat, for taking the time for yourself. Maybe whilst we're here, just taking a moment to set an intention for today's class. Or remind yourself of an intention that you've set for this week, this month. It might be something that you'd like to invite into your life. Or maybe something you'd like to release. might want to choose one of the following affirmations if it resonates. I deeply love and accept myself. I am divinely guided. I am exactly where I am meant to be. So whenever you're ready, joining me back, maybe opening the eyes if you had them closed, and then doing any movement that your body is calling for in this specific moment in time. It might look like what I'm doing, it might look something completely different. You might just want to have a little bit of a wiggle, or maybe even stretch the legs out long, or find a seat that's slightly more comfortable than the one you found when you first arrived. So for some of the poses today, we'll be using the breath throughout, but for some of the poses, we will be using the ujjayi breath or the ocean breath. So I did just want to give us a moment to tune into that. So if you know the ujjayi breath and you're familiar with it, please feel free to tune in. And if you're new, what we're going to do is we're going to elongate the spine. We are going to slowly bring the chin towards the chest, lightly constricting the throat, and start breathing more deeply here, similar to fogging a mirror, or maybe cleaning your glasses. So you're free to practice on your hand. It might be easier at the beginning on an exhale. We tend to practice this with mouth closed, but at the beginning, it might be easier to practice with your mouth open. So just do what feels right. There's really no rush. It will come with time. So just tuning in now to our ocean breath. So for our first practice, we're going to do some gentle rolls for the neck. These can be full rolls or half circles, depending on how you're feeling. So we're going to lightly bring the chin to chest, and on an inhale, we're either going to inhale halfway up and then come back. Or if we're doing the full circles, we can inhale all the way up and exhale down. Whatever option you're choosing today, just knowing that you can go at your own pace. These circles can be as big or as small as you want. And then coming around the other way whenever you're ready, feeling free to spend any additional time where it feels like you might need to give some extra love there. It's so important to warm up our joints before practice. Whenever you're ready, meeting me back at center. We're then going to do some shoulder rolls. So bringing the palms of the hands to the shoulders, we're going to inhale them up. Exhale to release. Inhaling up. Exhaling to release. Again, just going at your own pace here. Taking your time or going as quickly as you like. And then when coming around the other way, maybe just noticing how one side might be different from the other without judgment. Just feeling into that. And then releasing those hands down. We're then going to bring our hands to the shoulders here. And we're just going to take some deep breaths in and out as we hug ourselves. So we're going to inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, release with sound. Inhale, lifting up, keeping a straight spine. And then exhale, release. One more time, inhaling. And then exhaling. And then Once again, just doing any movement that feels right, maybe coming up back onto the hands, maybe doing some gentle stretches here, and then grabbing your strap for our cow face pose arms. I'm just going to find my strap, which is hidden here. So taking your strap, your belt, whatever you have handy, it could even be a scarf. What we're going to do is we are going to bring the right hand back, coming face down, palm face down towards the shoulder blade, and we're going to allow the left arm to meet it. I'm going to demonstrate turning round. If you're already familiar, feel free to go on. So what we're going to do here is we're going to bring the right arm back towards the shoulder blade and then the left arm to meet it. As you can see, even on myself, they don't meet. So this is why you can either grab your clothing to find and create that space, or it might be nice to grab a strap. I always like working with a strap here because it just allows you to really, really come into this posture. It allows me to create a little bit more space than I would be able to. So here, whenever you're ready, what we're going to do is we're going to inhale through the nose, opening up the chest, and then exhale, releasing down. I'm going to do this 2 more times, all right? Inhaling, opening up the chest, exhale to release. Inhaling through the nose. And then exhale, releasing down. Maybe just staying here for a few more breaths. Or releasing the strap, the scarf, if you're already ready to. Taking your time here, there really is no rush. And then releasing the arms down. Maybe just feeling how that feels in the body. And then we're going to do the same thing with the other side. So this time the left hand comes above, coming to the shoulder blade, and the right hand comes to meet it. And maybe again just observing here how one side might be different from the other. I know it is for me. And maybe just observing that without judgment. So finding where feels good here, maybe just noticing how it might feel different, or the arms might feel further apart. Breathing into that. We're going to inhale fully through the nose. And then exhale, release. Inhaling 1 more time. Exhaling to release. Inhaling. Opening the chest here. Exhaling. Releasing down. Again, maybe staying here for a few more moments if you're feeling called to do so. Or maybe releasing down if you're already ready to. And again, maybe just taking a moment, maybe bringing the palms of the hands to the knees. Just feeling how that feels. We're going to continue with the strap, so keep that handy. But maybe just have a drink of water or a drink of your tea. And feel free to drink whatever at any point. I don't need to cue you. So what we're going to do here is we're going to take the strap or the scarf. And we're literally, all we're going to do here is we're just going to do some heart openers. So we're going to inhale to lift up. And then exhale to release down. You can do this 3 more times, inhaling up. And then exhaling down. Going as far as feels good. Any pain or pinching easing off. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. And maybe with each inhale trying to create more space. And with each exhale, allowing yourself to let go a little bit more. Again, maybe staying here or staying up or releasing from the posture, depending on what your body is calling for. And then whenever you're ready, releasing that down. And we're going to come into a seated cat-cow now. So feel free to adjust your position. We're going to be seated for one more posture and then we're going to start moving a little bit more. So again, just feel free to make any movement that your body is calling for. So for our seated cat-cow, you can even be sitting on a chair here on the edge of your bed, of course. We're going to inhale, lifting the head up, pushing out the belly here. And then we'll exhale, releasing down, rounding the spine, dropping the chin to chest, keeping the spine long. Inhaling up. And exhale to release. Inhaling up. Opening up the chest. Exhale to round. This is a great one for doing maybe at your desk. Or if you're feeling like, if you're not very well and you're spending a lot of time seated or not getting much movement. This is a great one for moving the spine. The spine likes to move. So just continuing with this at your own pace. Continuing with your breathing here. Just feeling into that. And then whenever you're ready, meeting me at center, we're going to get ready to come onto the mat here. So taking your time to arrive. This one maybe is not one to practice in bed, so I'll give you an alternative if you are practicing in bed. So we're going to come into our downward facing dog here. So for our downward facing dog, we're going to come onto all fours. Feel free to pop anything, maybe a blanket underneath the wrists if you have sensitive wrists, and maybe even put a cushion under the knees or roll the mat to support you. So maybe before we get started with the downward dog, you might just want to do a few of the cat-cows in this way. Again, same principle, inhaling up and then exhaling to release. And whenever you're ready, we're going to come into our downward facing dog. So finding whatever props feel good, we're going to tuck the toes under. And we are going to come up onto the hands, so spreading the hands wide here. Again, keeping this prop under the wrists if you have sensitive wrists. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift the hips to the sky. Your feet and hands want to be about hip distance apart here. If there's any sensitivity here, you're very welcome to come onto the forearms to our dolphin pose. And what we're going to do here is we're just going to pedal out the feet. Just feeling that stretch, just knowing that it's a stretch really for the back. So bending the knees as much as you please. This is not a hamstring stretch. So maybe finding stillness here, staying here for a few moments, feeling free to release the knees down whenever you're ready. I'm just going to demonstrate here some other options. So one option for your downward dog is actually to come to a wall and to practice in this way. But if you're in bed, you're also very welcome to take a child's pose. So the child's pose, if you're not familiar, we're going to widen our stance here, touch our toes together, and then slowly, mindfully bring our hands forward. And bring our forehead to the mat or maybe the bed if you're practicing on your bed. So wherever you are, just taking the time, feeling the spine elongating here. And we're all going to meet in child's pose anyway, so those that are already in child's pose, feel free to stay there. Those who are in the downward dog, we're going to gently release down. Again, here we're going to widen the stance, so widen the knees, maybe ensuring that we're propping something under the knees, maybe even bringing something between the buttocks and the heels. And we're going to elongate the arms out and then bring maybe the head to the mat, the forehead, or even if you do have a book or a block or even a cushion, you're welcome to pop that underneath the head to create some additional space. And wherever you are, just allowing yourself to surrender here, to feel fully supported by the mat, fully supported by the earth, and fully supported by the universe. And with each inhale, peace. And with each exhale, letting go. Whenever you're ready, slowly, mindfully coming back up. And we're now going to come onto the back for a couple more poses before we find our Savasana. So, removing any props that you might have, we're going to slowly, mindfully come onto the mat or onto the bed, taking your time here. Again, there really is no rush. Maybe rolling the shoulders back, maybe just allowing the feet to fall from side to side for a moment. Kind of our wind washer pose, as I like to call it. We're then going to inhale, bringing our knees to chest. Maybe interlacing the hands over the thighs here, rather the shins. Or even bringing individual hands to the knees, doing whatever feels comfortable for you here and now in this moment, and just doing maybe some circles for the back, giving yourself a lovely massage, maybe going around one way and then the other, maybe rocking from side to side, back and forward. Releasing any tension away from the ears, away from the shoulders, away from the upper back, the neck. And what we're going to do here is we're going to release the left leg out long, allowing the left leg to come to the floor, keeping the right leg close to chest, releasing any tension away from the right foot, from the left leg. Just feeling fully supported here. Releasing any tension away from the neck, away from the shoulders. This is a great posture for digestion, but also for creating space and releasing tension in the hips and in the lower back. Whenever you're ready, on your next inhale, we're going to bring in the left leg this time, stretching out the right leg completely to the floor, releasing any tension away from the left foot, away from the right leg, away from the shoulders, the neck, the ears. And just allowing yourself to be completely held here. Maybe just noticing all the points where your body is being supported by the ground. And if ever the mind starts to wander, you can always bring it back to the breath. Whenever you're ready, bringing the right leg back in. And we're just going to do some more circles for the back. We're then going to take our strap, if we still have it handy, and we are going to come into our happy baby pose. So for our happy baby pose, we want to lift the feet towards the sky here, the soles of the feet towards the sky, and bending the knees as much as feels comfortable. It might be that you want to just hold on to the shins here, or the ankle, or even the big toe. Or we can make it into a strappy baby, which is one of my favorites. And we can bring the strap over the soles of the feet here, and maybe just allow yourself to fall from one side and to the other. And maybe as you do so, maybe just giving your body lots of gratitude for all that it does for you. And then maybe just finding stillness here for a few moments. Whenever you're ready, releasing the feet down, releasing the strap. We're going to stay on our backs here, so don't worry. And what we're going to do is come into a twist, our supine twist. So what we want to do here is we want to bring the soles of the feet to the floor. We want to stretch the arms out T-shape. Maybe grabbing a bolster or cushions or a block or a book, whatever you have, and bringing that to the left side of the body. So bringing the arms out T-shape. On an inhale, we're going to inhale the knees to chest. And then on an exhale, we're going to release them over to the left-hand side, allowing them to fall maybe to the floor if it's comfortable, or if not, onto a bolster or pillows or a block. You might want to keep the gaze where it is, or you might want to look over to the right hand if it feels comfortable for the neck. Maybe the left hand comes to the outside of the right knee. And just feeling into that gentle twist on the side body. Any pain or pinching easing off. Maybe increasing the number of props that you're using, or just bringing in the legs a little bit more. Taking a few moments here in this twist. And then whenever you're ready, we're going to release the legs back to center, moving the bolster or the prop to the other side of the body, to the side of the right thigh. Bringing the arms out T-shape, rolling back the shoulders. We're going to inhale the knees to chest. And then on an exhale, exhaling them over to the right hand side this time. Maybe the left hand comes to the outside of the right hand comes to the outside of the left knee. Maybe the gaze is upwards with the eyes closed if it feels safe, or maybe over to the left hand if it feels comfortable for the neck. And just taking some deep conscious breaths here. Any pain or pinching easing off. And as you inhale, peace. And as you exhale, letting go. Whenever you're ready, releasing the arm, inhaling the legs back up to chest. Maybe just doing some circles for the lower back. Doing any movement that your body is calling for before we find Shavasana. So for our Shavasana, you'll want to have maybe a blanket to cover yourself if it's cold, maybe a pillow underneath the head, maybe even want to prop a bolster under the knees. So just allowing yourself to be fully supported by the ground here. Maybe the palms of the hands are facing up for more energy, or the palms are facing down for a more grounded sensation. Allowing the feet to fall out to the sides, allowing the shoulders to release back. If for any reason it's not comfortable on the back, you can come to any other posture, or another one which is quite nice to do is also to come to your side, any side, but often the left side is more comfortable. We're going to just maybe cradle the side of the face in the hands, maybe propping a cushion or a bolster between the knees here, coming into the embryo position the same way we entered this world. And wherever you are, finding stillness here just for a few moments in our Shavasana. Allowing yourself to be completely held here, supported. Knowing that there is nothing else to do, nowhere else to be in this moment. Allowing the breath to neutralize here. There's nothing you need to do except be guided by my voice. We're going to do a mini body scan meditation to allow you to really rest here. The left toes, the left sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the ankle, the shin, the left knee, the left thigh, the right toes, the right sole of the foot, the top of the foot, the right ankle, the right shin, the right knee, the right thigh. Both legs are completely relaxed. The left fingers, the left thumb, the palm of the hand, the top of the hand, the left wrist, the forearm, the elbow, the upper arm, the shoulder, the entire left arm is completely relaxed. The right fingers, the right thumb, the right palm of the hand, top of the hand, the right wrist, the right forearm, the right elbow, the right upper arm, the right shoulder. The entire right arm is completely relaxed. Your hips, your stomach, your chest, your collarbone, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, the shoulders, the neck, the back of the head, the chin, the mouth, the ears, the eyes, the space between the eyebrows, the forehead, the skull, the crown. The entire head is completely relaxed. Both legs together, relaxed. Both arms together, relaxed. The torso, relaxed. The head, relaxed. The entire body is completely relaxed and completely supported by the earth. You are completely supported by the universe. Just taking a few moments here to drop in, to connect, to rest, to heal. Taking between 3 and 5 conscious breaths here. Starting to invite sensation back into the body. Wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe slowly, mindfully coming over to your side whenever you're ready. Maybe cradling the side of your face in your hands. Coming into the embryo position, the same way we entered this world. Whenever you're ready, slowly, mindfully, with eyes closed, coming up to a comfortable seat. Elongating the spine here, maybe bringing the palms of the hands to the thighs or the knees, or even the chest. Taking a moment to give yourself gratitude for coming to your mat today. Taking the time to practice, to love and honor your body. Maybe reminding yourself of the intention that you set for today's class, or maybe the affirmation that you chose. Slowly starting to rub the palms of the hands together, creating sound, heat, prana, life force energy. And then charging it with love, healing, abundance, happiness, and health. We're going to bring the palms of the hands over closed eyes, allowing the light to gently filter through. And then tapping our hands all over the body, particularly anywhere that feels like it might need some additional love today. Bringing the hands to heart center once more. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope to see you soon.